Man, somebody said if they fuck with your content, they fuck with your content. So tonight, man, look, we vibing. I just want to holler at y'all for a quick second, man. Talk to y'all real quick and let y'all know that the position that you in right now is not the position that you need to stay in, or that you have to stay in, or that you was destined to be in. We started a business, me and my partner, my fiance, we started a company, and we often have differences of opinions about this topic, man. People believe that they are in a fixed position and that what's happening for other people in the world can't happen for them. And what's going on with them can't happen for other people. Like, we started a business, so, starting a business isn't meant for everybody, like it's this thing when God simply wants you to be able to live the best possible life you can live. You know what I'm saying? Starting a business is a man-made construct. It's a social construct. It's a terminology that was created by man. So yes, everybody has their own path that they follow, but people treat starting a business or being great at, like achieving something great as if, you know what I'm saying, it was only meant for them to do it, and they put everybody else in the box. Like, oh, it was meant for us to start a business, but it wasn't meant for the door greeter at Walmart that's 61, you know what I'm saying, to live a more fulfilling life. And the comeback usually for that is like, oh, maybe they wanted to build, maybe they find joy in greeting people, you know, like we find reasons to intellectualize or make, not achieving certain heights okay. We find a way to make it okay. When in reality, we know that person that's door greeting at Walmart would much rather be at home kicked up, you know what I'm saying, money flowing in. And I think people try to make their situation, I think people do that because they try to make their situation stand out in their mind, you know what I'm saying, for some reason. And we put other people in the box, you know what I'm saying? When in reality, man, we got into the position that we're in, or you're in a position of greatness because planted a seed, like people don't realize that it's important to plant seeds, man. Think about the great things that you want to do. You want to be a business owner. You want to have money flowing in when you sleep. Those are the things that you need to have on your mind so that you can attract that to your life. You know what I'm saying? People don't take risk. The number one reason why a lot of people be 61 and at Walmart, dog, is because they don't take risk, you know? And starting this company helped me realize that people don't take risks, man. Granted, I got put in a situation where, I lost my job, and what I'm doing, what me and my partner, what we're building is something that I've, done for the last 10, 11 years, 12 years now, working in the behavioral health field, right? So this is something that I've been doing, but never had the courage to jump out there and start my own company, or never did the research to know that I could even actually do this with my degree and my background and, having experience, a certain amount of years of experience in a senior level position, you know what I'm saying? In a management position, so never knew that it was even a possibility for me to even be in this position and become a licensed service provider, right? It took for me to get fired, but I could have got fired, and instead of me going in this direction, I could have just used my experience, my resume, and could have got another job somewhere else. But I'm so happy I didn't do that. And making the decision that I made it taught me something. It taught me why people are in the positions that they're in, dog. It's not, yeah, you can say destiny, you can say God, um, God had it in the cards for you. You can say that. I'm fine with that. We don't know how God was working in your life. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can tell you is that the reason why you and everybody else stuck is because y'all don't take risks, dog. Y'all don't take enough risk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't take enough risk. Cause you know what I was doing? I wasn't taking no risk. That's why I was at one job for 10 years. And that one job let me go without a care in the world, man. Job let me go without a care in the world. Worked there for 10 years, man. I started from the entry level position, worked from the entry level position all the way up to a senior level management position. You know what I'm saying? In a minute I got caught up in some stuff, man, they let me go. 10 years, no write-ups, no nothing. No write-ups, no nothing. 10 years, man. Them people let me go, and built my whole life around having that job. That was my financial support. They let me go. You know what I'm saying? And God works in mysterious ways, man. He really do. The whole time I was working there, I wasn't really knowing that I was absorbing all of that stuff. But the minute I started my own company, me and my fiance started this company, man, I was able to, implement all of the different strategies and structures. And man, I know that stuff like the back of my hand, so it just all worked out, and I think that God has a way of weaving the web, you know what I'm saying? But I could have been made that decision, man. I could have been left that job and went started my own thing. But because I had invested so much into somebody else's company, is how I see it now. But I invested so much into this company, right? You gotta think, man, I started at an entry level role and was at a position where you had to have a 4-year degree in a human services field. I'm running a whole cottage. I'm managing the managers. I'm coordinating with other professional staff, nurses, social workers, speech pathologists, morning and evening supervisors, activity specialists. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a head honcho on this specific unit, right? So of course I ain't looking to throw that away, right? That was the trap. The trap was I had invested so much. So then it's like, why would I throw this away to go take a shot at something that I might miss and fail at and then gotta start all the way over. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was going to have to leave that position. But looking back in hindsight, man, that's the very thing that people, don't do. They don't take enough risk. You know what I'm saying? They don't take enough risk, man. They stay at one job for 20 years. And I think that's just kind of how our fabric was woven. You know what I'm saying? We was taught to keep a job, stay at that one job, man. They gonna take care of you. Stay at that one bank. That bank gonna take care of you. And we've been indoctrinated to not take risk. So if anybody out there, man, that listen to this video, cause like I said at the beginning, if they fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you. If y'all like the content, y'all gonna like the content. It don't matter that I'm not sitting in front no camera. You know what I'm saying? That y'all can't see my face, man. I'm giving y'all real information, real knowledge, real game. The reason that people don't make it to a certain point in their life in terms of success, accomplishment, man, they don't take no risk. You have to take risk. You cannot expect to stay at a job for 20 years and then one day just gonna be a millionaire. Man, that shit not gonna happen for you like that, man. You gotta take a risk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to people, and I need employees. Don't get me wrong. I need employees, right? I need me a 20-year. You know what I'm saying? I need me a 10-year. I need that. You know, I want to make my company a trap as well. Shit, I want them to be at my shit for 20 years too, you know, but for y'all, the listeners, I'm letting y'all know that it ain't nothing special about me. You know, it ain't nothing that, you know, God has his hands in my life for sure. And I continue to make mistakes and ask for forgiveness. He has his hands on my life for sure. But this idea that it's happening for me because I'm somehow special, man, that's not true, man. It's all about taking a risk. If you don't, you get in what you put out. You know what I'm saying? What you put out is what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So if you not taking no risk and you staying comfortable, you gonna get that 2 week, 80 hour a pay period check. You know what I'm saying? With them taxes, no control over your income. You know, that's gonna be your life. And, you know, the bank is only gonna allow you to work within how much you get paid in a certain period in your credit score. So that's what you limit yourself to instead of stepping outside of the box, man, having more than one income, making you a product, putting that product out there, man, and trying to sell it, podcast and all of these different ways to make money, man. Like jump out there, man. You got to take a risk in life, bro. You know, where there's no risk, there's no reward. Straight up, there's no risk, there's no reward.